Hi, this is Nathan Caldwell. You may know me from Protectorate Productions, protectors of the book, Team Jadeth Live, Dr. What. Well, I'm starting a new show. It's called Protectorate Productions Comedy Showcase. You will hear things from classic Team Jadeth Live, some new items, and I'm hoping to get some other podcasters on board by simply asking them if I could use some clips from their shows. Maybe even from shows long ago. Well, jump into the adventure with me, because here we go. Hey, Max, you want to play baseball?
Yeah.
All right, it's the bottom of the ninth. 2 outs, 2 strikes.
0 balls.
Then how are you going to play?
I don't know.
Bells in the Bat Free, John Bell's show, can be found at thebatfree.com, on the Mutual Audio Network, and finer podcast sites. Finer podcast sites?
Well, you've certainly gone and done it now, Green Skunk.
I was merely doing my job as a costumed crime fighter.
I mean, in the last episode,
yes,
you leapt off the top of my building and stank the president's wife.
I did not know that she was the president's wife. I just saw somebody approaching the building, surrounded by men in black suits with sunglasses on. I figured that she was a criminal mastermind, and they were the henchmen.
Secret Service.
Or goons.
What
or
that was.
Other such ilk.
Listen, I never really authorized you to be a protector of this building.
Crime fighters go where they are needed, like moths to the flame.
I'm not sure I understand the analogy.
Well, moths go to flames.
Yes, but not because the flame is doing some sort of criminal activity.
Yes, well, I understand that, but you see, we are drawn to crime like a moth is
to yes, but you see, there was no crime. You were just on my roof and
watching for crime.
Stank up the president's wife.
Well, thinking that she was a criminal type.
So are we in for jail time or what?
Oh, Polecat, I forgot you were here.
Oh, yeah, everybody forgets the sidekick, right? I'm just part of the scenery, just another piece of furniture.
Actually, that's fairly accurate.
I created the whole green skunk in our armaments and everything but the costumes.
So you didn't create the costumes?
Well, I had some skunk suits, but he created the green skunk costume.
Yes, I created the green skunk motif.
And what inspired that?
Inspired?
Calm down, little stinky.
He washed the costumes along with some green sheets and hot water.
Fate came to my aid at that moment.
Tell me I'm not going to spend the rest of my life in a cell with this idiot.
Listen,
what idiot would you prefer?
Look, guys, let's just put a cap on it. I was able to keep this out of the press. No one knows about this. Everyone involved thought it'd be too embarrassing to be made public. So just go.
Go?
He's throwing us out, lame brain.
Are you suggesting we no longer darken your door?
Or my rooftop or anything, and keep your stink power just anywhere but here.
Come on, let's go.
But the flame of opportunity calls me for...
Look, that's still a bad analogy. Just go.
Come on, I'll get the roller skates.
No, this is where I belong.
Fine, I'm getting out.
And my little partner, the pipsqueak polecat, also feels he should stay here.
Hey, just a minute.
You'll notice he's not leaving.
You let go of my arm?
Are you two leaving or not?
Leaving. Let go.
All right, just a minute.
Hello?
Brad, I have something I need you to do, please.
I can't, Mr. Bell. I'm busy.
Doing what? I woke you out of a sound sleep and you can't think of anything, can you?
Don't you hate it when that happens?
Just get into my office, please.
Right away, Mr.
Bell.
Bell, yes, thank you.
And get some caffeine.
I'll do that.
All right.
Mr. Bell, I feel that you will regret what you're about to do.
I don't think
maybe
so.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow.
Say what?
But our little lives don't amount to a hill of beans compared to...
Is there any way to shut him up?
I wish.
Yes, Mr. Bell, what is it I can do for you?
Brad, have you met the green skunk and his partner, the...
Polecat.
Well,
they look a lot like those idiots that stank the First Lady.
That would be us.
I want them out, Brad.
Out of the room.
No.
Out of the building.
No.
Out of your life.
That's the one I'm looking for.
Okay, guys, let's go. Follow me. Let's go.
Farewell, Mr. Bell.
Yeah, bye.
We will return.
No, you won't.
Well, okay, maybe we won't.
No, you won't. Bye.
This 10-minute production features the voice acting of John Lawhunt, Cindy Swanson, Darren Marlar, and Glenn Haskell, all Christian radio and voiceover talent.
Hang on, pal. Here we go.
Whoa! Let's listen to the skit called The Sheep's Clothing Store, and let's get crazy!
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Sheep's Clothing Store. How may I be of service?
Thanks, but I'm just looking.
Wonderful. Feel free to browse, and let me know if I can help you with anything.
I don't think I've ever come across your store before. Is it new?
In this area, yes, but I operate a large number of stores in various areas that have been in business for many, many years.
Are you the owner?
Indeed I am. My name is Mr. Wolf. I oversee the opening of each new store and operate it until it gets established.
Getting much business?
Oh, yes. I can hardly keep the stock on the shelves fast enough. People love our clothes.
Really? I've never heard of it. Sheep's Clothing. Don't you advertise?
And quite frankly, no. You see, people that wear our clothes are looking to project a certain image, and if others knew that it was our clothes they were wearing, that image would suffer. We sell by word of mouth, mostly.
I don't get it. Don't you sell a clothing line for Christians?
Well, not quite. It's a bit difficult to explain. Excuse me, I'll be back in a moment. Welcome to Sheep's Clothing. May I help you?
Yes, I'm supposed to meet someone tonight, and I wanted to wear something special. A friend of mine recommended your store and said you could help me with what I need.
Of course, you've come to the right place. Now, what type of situation did you need to dress for, and what did you have in mind?
Well, the guy I'm meeting is a real churchgoer, and I'm not. I think I'd like him, but I've heard it said that he only dates girls that go to church also. I'd like for him to think I'm a Christian, so he'll want to go out with me.
Ah, I see. Just the occasion that calls for our particular fashions. Please follow me. I have an outfit that will look smashing on you. Here's a lovely little number that is not only simple, but says, I'm modest in a charming way and just a bit old-fashioned. Any church in the country would welcome a lady dressed like this.
It's not very flattering or figure-revealing.
Well, no indeed, but that's the point. Once you've snared the unsuspecting young fellow, you can give it to Goodwill and go back to whatever you want to wear.
It's nice, but I think it might take a bit more than a dress to convince him.
Very perceptive. Indeed it will. That's why we also sell the perfect accessories to any outfit you will find in the Sheep's Clothing Store. For example, here's a lovely gold-plated cross to put around your neck.
It's lovely. I do notice a lot of people wearing them lately, even rock stars and rap artists.
Oh yes, we supply most of them that you see on television. After all, Jesus said, take up your cross and follow me, and this is exactly what he meant by it. That, along with this large leather-bound Bible, will convincingly project the image that you, too, are a Christian.
Ooh, now this looks religious. Hey, this Bible is blank. There's nothing in it but empty pages.
Well, of course. It's only for appearance's sake. No need to make it heavier with all that ink.
That makes sense. It's not like I'd actually want to read it or anything.
Of course not. Who would?
I'll take them all. I really want this guy to like me, and I think this will do it.
Oh, I can practically guarantee it, my dear. I can't tell you how many happy customers have gotten a Christian to fall for them, and they never knew they weren't until they married them. And by then, it's too late.
Sounds wonderful. No wonder my friend recommended me to you. She shops here also, and she's been married 5 times, so it must work.
Will that be cash or credit?
I'd like to charge it. What's the total on that?
Let's see. That comes to $372.53.
What? These items are really expensive.
Well, perhaps, but remember, the only other way to look like a Christian is to actually become one. And that's a bit extreme, don't you think? Look at it this way. The brand name and image, $372.53. The look on his face, priceless. And after all, look at the catch you'll get.
That's true. And if I play my cards right, he'll be paying for it soon anyway.
Oh, yes, he will. Here you are. Also, please take this free gift. Compliments of the management.
How to speak Christianese. Will I need this?
Oh, my dear, this little booklet is indispensable when trying to fit in with the Christian crowd. They have their own language, you know, and this is a handbook of catchphrases and frequently used words. Just sprinkle some of these gems like hallelujah and praise the Lord into a conversation and you'll shine.
Thanks. This will really help.
Just our way of saying thank you for shopping at the Sheep's Clothing Store.
Good day.
Have you found anything that interests you yet, sir?
I don't believe what I just saw. You sold that woman clothes for the express purpose of deceiving somebody into thinking she's a Christian.
Of course. That's the purpose of the entire line. You see, there are many, many people who are not Christians, but for one reason or another want to profit in some manner by appearing to be one for short periods of time.
This is incredible. I had no idea such a place existed.
Now you can see the reason we don't advertise. Those that shop here don't want others to know that they shop here, because then the illusion would be ruined.
So you make money by helping people appear to be something they're not?
Oh, please, sir, don't sound so accusatory. Many businesses make their millions doing just that. It's the way of the world.
What other types of people shop here? I mean, besides those wanting to marry a good Christian without being one.
Oh, people from all walks of life. For example, the businessman who wants to have the respect of the community and church, but isn't willing to give up the little extra bonuses he treats himself to on business trips. Then there are those that make a living in the Christian world, but don't want to live the life that true Christianity demands of them. Why, I even have pastors, deacons, and Sunday school teachers as some of my best clients.
You don't say.
In fact, many of the famous televangelists are my customers.
I don't believe it.
Oh, believe it, my friend. It's true.
I'm flabbergasted. I never dreamed there might be so many pretenders right there in the church I attend.
You attend church?
Yes, every Sunday, and even sometimes on Wednesday, and sometimes there are revivals. If the speaker's good, I'll go to them.
I see. And have you made a commitment to Christ, or do you simply attend church?
Well, I've been to church most of my life, ever since I was a little kid. But now that I think about it, I can't remember ever making a real commitment to the Lord, but being here today has opened my eyes. Maybe I've been pretending to be a Christian too, without really being one.
You place me in a delicate situation, friend. Consider this. Someone in your position, having had their eyes open to the workings of my business, might reveal sensitive information to the wrong persons. I need to know where you stand on what you've seen before I can let you leave.
I never realized what was at stake before, but now that I've seen what goes on, I can't play at being a Christian. What I need to do is get to church and make my salvation sure.
Well, that makes my decision easier.
What are you doing that for?
Just closing up for lunch. Would you like to join me in the back room for a bite? Who the hello, Mr. Shepherd?
Mr. Wolf. Busy as always, I see.
Oh, you know what they say. No rest for the wicked.
Looks like I got here just in time.
You have an annoying habit of doing that.
Oh, mister, I don't know who you are, but I'm glad to see you.
This is no place for you, Alan. I believe you were headed somewhere.
Yes, I was. I mean, I am.
What you're going to do quickly.
Thanks.
Oh, there goes another one. I don't suppose you've come to shut down my business for good this time?
Not today, but the time is coming when your sheep's clothing line will be discontinued permanently.
And when will that be?
Soon, when the last lost sheep is brought into the flock. Oh, and sorry about the door. Again.
If his return is that close, I must redouble my efforts. Oh well, in the meantime, there are still many wanting to look like something they're not, and I'm here to help. Little do they realize how they held my agenda, and little do they dream what exactly that is.
You know, if you enjoy listening to comedy and would like to do it yourself, you can. For free comedy and drama scripts for you or your drama team to perform, go to www.christianskitscripts.com. Plus, you'll find soundtrack CDs you can purchase to enhance your performance of the skits. It's do-it-yourself Christian comedy at christianskitscripts.com.
Before there was That Story Show with James Kennison over at nlcast.com that stood for Nobody's Listening. Here's a clip from that old classic version of what is still a good show today.
was reading the back of a Burger King crown this week. And it had interesting facts about kings and how they got their power. Historical facts. Yeah, it said something about...
On the back of a Burger King...
Well, it was a crown, so I
crown.
assumed that they were giving us practical tips about, because you never know when you're going to find historical facts. Anyway, it was something. I wish I had it with me. I actually have it out in the car. I forgot to bring it in. But it was talking about how that a king has to wear his crown all the time. That at any time somebody can decrown the king, that he will not be the king anymore.
The crown would be the king.
And that's something I didn't know. And a matter of fact, that another fact about kings is that if anyone or if the group decides that the king is not a good king, then they can
grab the crown.
They can grab the crown, and the 3-second rule applies to where anyone that can put the crown on their head and crown themselves king is the new king. And I was totally blown away because I'm like, dude, I haven't studied culture, I haven't studied the way kings worked, but I was like, man, that kind of makes sense, because it would be hard to decrown a king because he has guards, right? Maybe that's why they have guards all the time. And anyway, and then then they said if two people crown themselves king at the same time, the way they would work that out is whoever had the closest birthday to December the 2nd.
Okay, so how would they ever become two crowns?
Well, that's the part that started throwing me. And then it also said in parentheses that was the date of the first Burger King. And then I realized, David, something that made me feel really stupid, is this was a game
You're an idiot.
Had to do with the crown. That kids were supposed to get together and wear this
King
crown.
of the Hill, but with the crown.
I thought it was real. I thought it was stinking
I'm
real.
glad you finished and started telling somebody next to you in Burger King. Hey, did you hear about the new king thing they just
Dude, I'm so glad I didn't say anything to anybody because I'd be like, I thought I was reading like Reader's Digest facts here.
So you were sitting there enthralled by the information.
I love
in the back
knowing
of a
stuff,
crown.
and I thought this was the way to. I thought this was the way to do it. But anyway, undoubtedly, I was completely wrong. So that was the first thing that I felt stupid about this week. Second thing actually happened last Sunday.
Yeah,
and
you told me about this.
Yeah.
And here's this week's old time radio moment, brought to you by the Retro Radio Podcast and Keith Heltley.
Come on, Costello, we haven't got a minute to lose. We'll have to go round to our friends and find somebody to cook the dinner or dig up some food.
Yes, maybe my old girlfriend, Tessie Tinfoil. Maybe she can help us out.
Well, come on, let's go over to her house. Well, here's Tessie Tinfoil's house. I hope she's home. Go ahead and knock.
Men, come in.
Hello, Tessie.
Hello, Miss Abbott. And there you are, my fat little lover boy, Louis. Come to me. Let me hold you in my arms. Let me crush you to me. Well, say something, little lover boy.
How can I? You got your knee on my chest.
Let me up! Oh, Louis, I'll bet you came to take me for a ride along the beach. It'll be so romantic. We'll drive to some out-of-the-way place where you can make love to me. I'm very appealing over candlelight and wine.
You wouldn't appeal to me over beer and a flashlight. Tessie, I came to you for help. I'm entertaining a big society woman for dinner tonight, and I have no cook. Could you help me out?
Oh, I'd love to, Miss Abbott, but I've never been able to cook. I'll never forget the first meal I ever cooked. My husband sat down and ate it and left me.
You mean he walked out on you?
Why, no, he didn't walk out. 6 men carried him out.
Hey, look, Abbott, maybe Scotty's wife's home, and maybe we can get her to help you. Come on, I'll knock on the door. Go ahead.
What do you want?
Wait a minute. What are you doing here? Where's Scotty?
Scotty's out of town. He went to San Francisco. San Francisco? Pismo Beach. He went down there and hired a boat to go out on the water.
Water?
No, thanks. I don't want to rush my stomach.
Look, mister, I'm in a spot. I need somebody to cook my dinner.
Oh, you came to the right place. I make a wonderful stew.
Hey, look, Costello. The actress, Bessie Mae Moocher, just pulled up in front of her apartment.
Yoo-hoo! Bessie! Oh, good evening, boys. Isn't this a lovely, balmy evening? I love to see the sun set behind the Hollywood Hills. Isn't it too enchanting?
Oh, yes, it's just too divine. It is too divine and utterly picturesque.
Bessie, I'm in terrible trouble. I'm trying to find somebody to cook for us tonight. Could you help us out?
Oh, goodness, no. I'm one of those helpless damsels. This morning I even burned my ham.
Ham?
Oh, sure, Abby, you know what ham is. You fry it with ooze and sprinkle it with salt and pepper.
I finally wound up with just a glass of milk and a cruller.
Why, you poor loss. You mean you didn't have butter tooth?
But, Bessie, can't you help us out at all? We have to have some food.
Well, all I have in the house is some sauerkraut, some raspberry jam, and some pizza cooler.
Pizza cooler?
Oh, wait a minute. Jimmy, she's got a beetle of soda poof pipe. Peep.
Well, I must dash in for my evening bath. I hope you have good luck with your dinner. And as they say
I
in
didn't
Russian...
have with that last joke.
Well, as they say in Russian, Penyamaya my bublitsky to you.
And a pair of my old britches to you, too.
Costello, what am I going to do? My lovely Carlotta will be at the house in exactly an hour and a half. And where am I going to get a cook?
Well, Abbott, there's only one place left.
Where?
I guess you'll have to ask Mrs. Niles.
Oh, hello, boys.
Gee, Mrs. Niles, this is the first time I ever saw you in slacks. You have a nice shape.
Wait a minute, Costello. My wife isn't here.
Oh, pardon me, Ken. I didn't recognize you without your leash.
Quiet, Costello. Where's Mrs. Niles?
Well, she went downtown to get a beauty treatment. She's being offered a job as a cupboard girl.
Magazine or manhole?
Quiet, Costello. Will you please? Ken, do you know where I can get somebody to cook dinner for my girlfriend and me?
Well, no, I don't. The only one in the house is a French maid, Fifi. Oh, wait a minute. I'll ask her if she can cook. Oh, Fifi.
Yes, Monsieur Niles. Hello, Monsieur Abbott and Monsieur Costello.
Hello,
Now, cut that out, Costello. Fifi, we need somebody to cook dinner tonight. What do you say?
Fifi.
Yes, Monsieur, I can cook anything. I can make frog leg française, frites Joseph, salade de foie gras, pomme de terre jardinière.
How about cement mixer putty?
Just name anything you want, Monsieur, and you can have it.
Come over here and kiss your poor old father.
The end is near. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Trust me, the end is definitely not near. Well, that's a relief. The end is here. What?
Have a good day, and remember, laughter, it's a really good medicine.